And a lot of us think we can defer making that choice, or we deny that it is a choice. And it's only when you come face to face with some really tough decisions you realize you can't have both.
What was that story of Marcus Drusus?
Yes. So there's this famous Roman politician. He's powerful and important. He has friends and enemies. And this architect notices his house on Capitoline Hill that is partly visible to passersby. And he says, hey, for about 5 talents, which was an extremely large amount of money, and it's basically saying for, I don't know, 500,000 or $5 million, I can make your house totally private. And he says, private? He's like, I'll give you 10 talents, make it entirely visible. And he's not an exhibitionist. What he's saying is that he doesn't want the walls or curtains that Marcus Aurelius said we should be wary of, the things that allow us to create a distinction between who we are in public and who we are in private.
Mm-hmm.
The things we think we can get away with when no one is looking. And there's a reason, transparency laws aren't just good for the consumer. They're good for the creators and the manufacturers too, because they allow them to not get away with things.
Yeah, that they may be tempted to do.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, would it be nice if we all were the captains of our own soul and never needed external accountability to do a thing and never needed the pressure of others? But we do. This is why accountability buddies and habit setting challenges are so useful. And I've found this with the show when I very first started it. Almost everybody is able to be unrigorous and inconsistent with the things that they say.
Yeah.
Because like mum isn't talking to girlfriend, isn't talking to boss, isn't talking to football team captain about your view on anything. And you can kind of just sort of flip-flop between it. And one of the things that I really loved, I have a prescription that everyone should do a fake podcast with a friend once a week, record for 30 minutes on their phone about an idea. And the reason that I think it's useful is it causes you to be very rigorous with the things that you say.
Yeah.
It's good for communication. It's good for other stuff. But it's like, hey, I actually need to make sure that what I said last week and what I said this week and what I'm going to say next week is in line. That doesn't mean that your opinions can't change, but that if they do change, you have an anchor that tells you, oh, I don't think that thing anymore. And why?